This video is going to be about narcissists and the poverty spirit. So, the poverty spirit, okay, as a disclaimer, I just want to say this before I get into this video. It's not to downgrade poverty. I remember many, many years ago, not every family was rich or middle class. However, there can be a form of dignity in being poor also, which means, okay, I may not be able to afford the best of things at all times. However, I can choose to, when most of my things get a hole in it or whatever, replace it. Unless you got some kind of sentimental. But narcissism and the poverty spirit, it's deeper than just poverty or being in a situation that is beyond what you can do. Okay, like for example, Hurricane Katrina. Their homes and schools and stores and all those things were wiped out, right? I'm not talking about like a catastrophe. I'm talking about narcissists. Sociopaths do it too. Okay. The poverty spirit, where it's a level of not having class. Okay. I don't know if you remember back in the day. You had a couple of shows. You had one show was called Good Times, right? And James Evans, he played the husband in the show. I think James Evans was his stage name, of course, right? And, you know, and this is not to bring up controversy about the show because I know a lot of people said good things about it and they said bad things. Then you had another show, you had the Brady Bunch, okay? You had the Jeffersons. You had Leave It to Beaver. I'm talking about these old school shows. Little House on the Prairie, right? Now, in all of these shows, none of these people were billionaires. They were not acting like they were billionaires. However, think about it. Little House on the Prairie and Good Times, those were poor families. And when I say poor, I mean financially poor. However, to me, those families were very rich in many other areas. Remember, you can be rich in health, you can be rich in spirituality, you can be rich in confidence and self esteem, you could be rich in kindness, you could be rich in love. And a lot of times, some people, that's all they have is money. That's one of Bob Marley quotes. He said, "You so poor." No, this is what he said. They so poor that that's all they got is money. So the poverty spirit runs pretty deep. Like I said, I can't mention names in these videos. However, there's a beautiful sister, and she was married for many, many years. And I believe the gentleman that she was married to is a narcissist, a sociopath, or he could be a sociopath. He's definitely a narcissist. So let's just call him a narcissist, right? So she retired. The gentleman retired too that she was married to. She left this man, but she has like a rich spirit. And remember, I said you can be rich in many other things, but this is a woman that takes care of her things, keeps her furniture clean. She maybe can go to Walmart or a store and get some nice curtains or wherever she would get her things from. This is someone that goes to different stores. She could go to a upper end store and get some of her things also. But she was married to a narcissist and he had a poverty spirit. So they had the money. She would acknowledge all the time they had the money. It was not a money issue. It was a poverty spirit. He was raised where his parent, I don't want to say who the parent was, but the parent or parents only shopped at the Goodwill. Back in the day when the Goodwill was cheap, y'all, the Goodwill, I don't know. Sometimes you better off going to the upper end store and catching the sale. The Goodwill is not what it used to be. Okay. And I want to say this, I'm a shopper where I shop wherever. Wherever I want to find what I'm looking for, that's where I go. I'm not saying that stuff at a secondhand store is not valuable, but the poverty spirit with the narcissist, and the narcissist could be male or female. However, in this case, I'm just going to give you a clear example. The poverty spirit for the narcissist also involves not behaving like they have class or integrity. It's you don't have to act like you don't have class to be poor. I mean, you can have your things and keep them up. You can have things clean. You can have things well taken care of. Just because I'm poor or I'm choosing not to have a couch or whatever. And remember, we got different levels of style now. We got couchless living rooms. Okay. I'm a supporter of a couchless living room. You never know the beauty in it until you try it. Okay. However, there's many other things that you can sit on. I mean, you got sofa chairs, beanbag chairs, chairs with the backing on it, stools. I mean, there's so much that you can sit on that does not have to be a couch. So, like I said, I'm supportive, or I am a supportive of couchless living rooms. Get online and look up couchless living rooms, and you will be amazed at what you will find. In a lot of other countries, especially in Asian countries, they don't have those big old couches and stuff. For me, it has to be a need for the couch. So, okay, if you're someone that has a lot of company, you like to take naps on your couch, go for it. However, once I tried it, I fell in love with it. And it's not to say because you have a couchless living room, you won't have furniture. You can put a desk in your living room. You can put a bookshelf in your living room. You can put a floor lamp in your living room. You can have a coffee table, end tables, sofa chairs, more than one sofa chair, beautiful art on the wall. However, okay, going back to this poverty spirit, right? I'm praying that this is recording, y'all. Okay, let's see here. Because what I don't want to be happening is I'm doing all this talking and nothing's being recorded. Okay, so it looks like it's recorded. Okay, so like I said, this particular lady, she retired and so did her husband, but he has a poverty spirit. She chooses to keep no contact for safety reasons. No contact meaning she does not meet with this narcissist or this sociopath that she was married to physically. I have even advised her that I think it would be unsafe because sometimes narcissists have weird behaviors and they just come out the blue on you. So, for safety reasons, she does not meet with this narcissist in person. However, because of the long term commitment in the marriage and her being the kind hearted person that she will have minimal phone contact with her ex husband, right? And so, there's blessings that have came in her life that the narcissist just didn't reap. And some of her blessings have been financial. So she has a very supportive family. She's well loved, even by me. I'm someone that loves her also. I have known her many, many years since I was a teenager. I was in my later teen years when I originally met her. Our families go back to since I was born. Okay. So some of her relatives have known me since I was a baby. I mean, literally the day I came here. Okay. So her ex-husband, he has a poverty spirit. So one example of this is this. So she's moved up. She's in this big, beautiful home that she shares with her family. And however, the narcissist, not to say that all of his luck is bad, but he just not has not reaped the blessings that she has in many areas, spiritually, financially. From what I know and heard out of his own mouth, he's an unbeliever. The wife that I'm talking about that retired, she is a believer. So she has a religion that she tries her best to obey by, and so does her family. So she gets this call, right? Because she's being hoovered. The narcissist is trying to suck her back in because remember, she was a long term supply source for him. I mean, they were together 30 years or more, right? So narcissists are going to always hoover, usually. So the narcissist was trying to invite her over. So he mentions to her, well, I just got an air mattress here. And I'm just going to try to quote it to the best of my ability. She said, well, he says, well, I got an air mattress over here, and, I ain't got no couch, but I could try to get a couch and go get a couch from the Goodwill to make you comfortable. And I'm just throwing in that to make you comfortable. I don't know if he said that, but that's, I guess, what he's trying to say is he wants to make his wife comfortable. Okay. And it's just the part where he has to mention the Goodwill. That's the poverty spirit. I mean, me, I would just tell the person, look, I got to get my house together. I don't think it's best for you to be here until I get my stuff together. To me, that's what a man that did not have a poverty spirit would do. Or he could tell you, baby, by the way, it's no couch here, but me and you could go shopping and we can look for a couch. I would have left the Goodwill out of it, because narcissists with that poverty spirit, they just have a way of belittling people, whether they're doing it on purpose or not on purpose. They don't understand that not everybody has that same poverty spirit. And a poverty spirit is much different than budgeting. Now, if I'm saying, I am not going to purchase this item this year because I want to save my money and I want extra money, right? That's not a poverty spirit. That's a spirit of saving money. Saving money gets you out of poverty, right? So this is just an example of how it can work, or it could be vice versa. Say if it's the woman that has the poverty spirit, right? And say she gets some kind of free something. I don't know, whatever it is that the person could get free. Just make up something for yourself. And then she's in a situation where they're saying, well, hey, you can say the item that she's getting is free. It's a car, right? And it's really old and it's wore out. But somebody says, well, hey, I can get you in a brand new car for $50 a month for 12 months. I mean, say it's some kind of grant deal. Okay, I'm just making something up here. But that woman has a poverty spirit because she wants to stay in this old, used, broke down car, even though she could move to something much, much better. I mean, they're offering her this grant car deal through this program. It's a 2022 vehicle and it's $50 a month for 12 months. And she has the money, but she chooses to stay in the poverty. You see what I mean? So I just made up something because I couldn't think of nothing else. So Narcissists will have this, and I had an experience with someone that's narcissistic, right? So what they do also, they do this, okay? Me, I was a single mom, right? So I remember being in a situation, and remember, people put you in categories, whether you show them that you have a need or whatever, they put you in a category. So sometimes narcissists will do this. Well, she's a single mom, so all single moms must be in need of food. Okay? All single moms must be at some point short on food. Now, I'm not going to say never was I short in many, many years of single parenting, but it wasn't my regular. I will point that out. I mean, it was almost zero to none. I mean, I visited food banks a couple of times because I wanted to see what they look like also. And then when I started finding out that food banks had things like lettuce and tomato, I had this idea that food banks just gave you crappy food that no one wants to eat, right? So I like to do things to get the experience. And I remember driving by a food bank and I thought it was like a school or something. Come to find out, me and my friend were over there walking when I had an appointment downtown one day, and they was like, "Hey, you want to stop by the food bank over there?" And I'm like, "A food bank?" I was really surprised. And I mean, it was like going to the grocery store while I was downtown. So I've had experiences like that, but going back to the example when I mentioned the narcissistic person or narcissist, this particular individual went to food banks, and this person just kind of like put single moms in categories. I could have been a CEO of a company. This particular person always thought I was in need of food. That just was in that person's mind. I remember even after disconnecting and going no contact, this person would call me and want to know if they could drop off some food bank food. I mean, this was someone that regularly went to the food bank. And I never went to the food bank with them. I never said that I had a desire, that I was in need. But because I was a single mom, this narcissist put me in that category, along with rubbing their poverty spirit off on me. I'm the type like this. I want that food bank food to go to people that really need it. Okay. And I'm one of those type of people. It's a lot that I don't eat anyway. I mean, I can live off some salads and lemonade and a couple of Chipotles and a few bananas and some vitamins and a coffee here and there and my broccoli and tomatoes and onions. I mean, I don't really require all that food for real. So, but I love fresh deli. I do love that. But the narcissist just has a poverty spirit, whether they be male or female, and be careful with it. It's kind of like you want to be around people where they could be on a limited budget and income, but you feel rich. Kind of like the way the shows displayed in Good Times, Little House on the Prairie, the Brady Bunch, the Jeffersons, and what was the other one I named? Okay, the Brady Bunch, Leave It to Beaver. Okay, so remember, none of those families were billionaires. None of those families were millionaires. So on a economical scale, I mean, you might consider a couple of them. I mean, the Jeffersons, they were truly middle class. The Brady Bunch was truly middle class. Maybe Leave It to Beaver. So the two that would be on the like low end of the finances would be Little House on the Prairie and Good Times. However, When I see the old shows of Little House on the Prairie and Good Times, I don't think poverty because of the way they're living. Everything's clean, nice, they're dressed nice, they speak well, the children are well mannered and in school, the animals are clean and neat, there's no horrible things going on. I mean, these are complete families with the mother, father, and children and grandparents. There's a neighborhood, so you don't think poverty. Okay, so that's how it should be in real life. You should be able to be lower income and people be around you and you be around them and you don't feel a poverty spirit. So remember, all narcissists, some of them, not all, some, let me take out all. All is a strong word. Some narcissists, like in the example I use with my retired friend that I love and her ex husband. And he had that spirit when they were married, and it was something that she often complained about. And it even went back to things like, because she's not a woman that's like broke. This was never a woman where she's like begging for no money, or if she needed $100, she had money. Okay. I'm kind of the same way. We weren't begging each other for money or anything like that. I mean, she always had her basic needs met. She did not have a poverty spirit. Remember, it's a spirit. You can be impoverished and be living in poverty, but not have the spirit. Because somebody could walk in your place, just like with the Good Times show. I just saw neat solid wood furniture, some cute photos on the wall. The kitchen was spotless. That's what I saw on the show. They had cute hair accessories in their hair, nice thick sweaters on. Okay, you don't have to have the poverty spirit. Just like for me, I mean, I have this one swimming dress I love to wear, right? And it's just one. This is the main one that I wear when I'm in the hot tub. But the way I wear this swimming dress and not have the poverty spirit is every time I wear this dress, like I'm getting ready to go in the hot tub now, every time I wear this dress, when I get out of that hot tub, I wash this dress before the night is over. Okay? Even if I just let the hot tub dress air dry on me and I go get something to eat, before I go to bed, I'm going to wash this dress. So, see, this dress, even though I wear it often, it doesn't have the poverty spirit because every time I wear it to go in the hot tub, I'm going to wash it and make it fresh again. So, guess what? This swimming dress that I wear, it's always new. Does that make sense? I mean, it's always new. And sometimes I'll do this. I may get 3 of these dresses and they all look alike. I've done that before with pants where, okay, these are my black jeggings, not leggings, but jeggings. Jeggings are a little thicker. And so I may have 3 pairs of those the same color. So you may think, well, she got on the same pants, but I don't because I have 3 of those. So see, that's how you can live on a budget and not have the poverty spirit. Just wash your things. People think you have to have 20 swim dresses. No, you just need a swim dress or a hot tub dress that you wash. Or if you're a gentleman, pants or boxers or whatever. And, for me, I'm not in the hot tub every day. So just say twice a week. I can wear this hot tub or swim dress twice a week. So be careful with narcissists with the poverty spirit. These are not people that if you have goals, you're trying to buy property, you're trying to save, you're trying to attain riches, you're trying to attain a business, You won't be able to do this with the narcissist that has the poverty spirit because they're stuck on trying to still see if you need to go to the food bank and trying to see if you can come over. But by the way, before you come over, they want to go bring you the Goodwill couch. Or by the way, the air mattress or whatever they saying. So see, this narcissist with this poverty spirit, they cannot go above that. Okay? And normally these type of people, they always have this dusty, raggedy, not so fresh surface appearance. And it's not because what they got on is so cheap or ugly. It's just the poverty spirit comes with them. It's a spirit. A lot of them have picked it up since childhood. Okay, now I'm for budgeting. If you rather pay cash for your furniture instead of having furniture bills, fine. But the furniture can be clean and neat. And so these are just examples of things that I've seen and dealt with or heard. And remember, I try to like bring some of my experiences into this. And if I know about someone else's experience, I never mention names, but I'm also respectable enough to do this also. Sometimes when I mention one of my good friends in a video or explain their circumstance, I will say, by the way, I mentioned that in a video that I did. And, so I do run it by people that I am in contact with on a regular basis. Like they know that they may have been mentioned, right? And so that's just how I feel and what I've seen and experienced. So be careful with that. Another thing is the Dollar Tree man or woman. Everything gotta come from Dollar General or the Dollar Tree. Just be careful with that. It keeps you limited. And if you ever want to go outside the box to really attain some real things, in my opinion, that poverty spirit narcissist just won't be the person that would be in your best interest to do it with. And also keep this in mind. They're not going to want what you want. Okay, so it's best at some point to have limited contact with these people. I mean, if you've had long-term relations with them, just speak with them over the phone. Don't do too much in-person stuff. And then keep them out of your house too. And the reason you do that, if you got a poverty spirit narcissist or sociopath, keep them out of your house because you could have a nice piece of furniture that you even got from a furniture bank, but you're not telling nobody. I'm just throwing out an example because there is something called furniture banks, y'all. I learned about those some years ago. And so they accept donations, and it's called a furniture bank. Just like a food bank, they have clothes banks and all these type of things. So I like to know what resources are out there. I've never had a problem buying furniture. Okay, but these furniture banks have some beautiful items, right? And they receive donations from the rich, middle class, and poor. I mean, solid, good furniture. And so you may have gotten this one piece of furniture from this furniture bank, right? And the poverty-minded narcissist comes over, right? And they say, man, that's a nice shelf. That's really nice. Wow, that's cherry wood. Is that solid? Can I touch it? And then they move in your shelf trying to see if they see it's wood, but in their mind, they wish it was just some plastic or something cheaper, right? But this is obviously solid wood. This is not no plywood, okay? This is real wood from the tree. It's not mixed with no other type of would. So this narcissist, now you know you got that from the furniture bank, but that's the only item in your house that you got from the furniture bank. I'm just throwing this example out, right? That narcissist, that poverty minded narcissist, is going to be hating on you and be jealous of you. You know that term, hating on you like they jealous. So those type of poverty minded narcissists, keep them out of your personal spaces. When you purchase new things, they shouldn't know where you live. They shouldn't come in your house. And if you go buy a Mercedes tomorrow, don't let the poverty minded narcissist know that you got it. Only let people know what you got that's not poverty minded. Okay. And those are the type of people I deal with. I mean, I deal with people where if I pulled up in a Rolls Royce, they could see it and be happy for me. And they'll be like, Miss Irene, oh, no, you didn't. You pulled up in that. Those are the type of people I deal with. Even if they are poor, they be happy for me. So I've always got the heck away from a poverty minded narcissist. And I've seen other people have the interactions. And my friend, she's retired now, but she left that narcissist right when she went into her retirement, right? And I always say this, it's never too late to get out of a situation. I mean, and she's living well. Okay, when I say well, I mean very, very comfortable. But she's never had a poverty mind. So, and I'm thankful that she's out of that situation. But I've dealt with some poverty minded people too. And I mean, me and her, we talked about it and we just laughed. I mean, it's so funny because, you know, she's like, well, my ex, he said, yeah, I'll go get this couch from the Goodwill. And it's funny to us because me and her know, and her family knows, she wouldn't go nowhere near this narcissist, let alone he gonna pick out something from the Goodwill. And remember, women do it too, y'all. So remember earlier, I gave the example about the woman with the old raggedy car that doesn't run well, that has an opportunity to just pay $50 a month. She has the money for 12 months to get into something much, much better. And men, those type of women, leave them alone too. You don't need her. You don't need that. Okay, so whether it be the male narcissist or the female narcissist, they both can have this poverty mindset. And remember, that's a form of a sin, because the Lord will want us to have our basic needs met. And I think it would fall under a poverty mindset. I know in Islam would be something that would be kind of haram. But in other religions, a Bible-based religion that's not a Quran-based religion, it would fall under one of the deadly sins, which is laziness. So remember, poverty-spirited narcissists and sociopaths, there's an underlying laziness that comes with it too. Okay? And when I say laziness, it's not that they don't work a job. But what do they do after work? Sit on their buddy's couch, drink some liquor, smoke some dope, talk to one of their side chicks or their side men on the phone. So you got to look at their activities. The deadly sin of laziness, they don't work out, they don't exercise, they're letting themselves go. So I'm not sure how it would be worded in like the Catholic religion. You know, I try to like cover different religions. However, it's sinful behavior and it comes from a sinful nature. So just remember that no matter what religion and how they word it, laziness and extreme poverty, it's all sinful. Okay. And it's not usually when it's done with no integrity, no pride, and in a low class way, it's no good. Okay. And you're not going to be compatible with those kind of people, if that makes sense. So, anyway, I'm going to get out of this video. So, I hope you're having a blessed and happy Sunday. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I got a lot more coming for y'all. Okay. I love you so, so much. Thank you.